you are 100 times more likely to meet your true love than an alien. Do you believe it? The universe is sending you messages. Turn it on. Turn that thing on. Get those messages. We are now going to jump into the whatever of episode 4. Now we're talking about the at the moment drama, right? It's going to be episode 4. The title is called From Beyond the Stars. From Beyond the Stars. Now guys, I'm only introducing shows to you that have English subtitles. I won't hurt your feelings like that. I was like, oh man, he's interesting. I can't, ain't no subtitles. How can I even read that? I'm on your side. I'm here to help you. So it's called From Beyond the Stars. Now, the description from this episode 4 says, trapped at home. Romance writer Yao Chih-hsuan, sorry if I messed it up, I did the best I can, is sure she's an accidental time traveler. No one believes her except a mysterious neighbor. Now, we don't spoil shows here. We just jump into it. We try to extract. For the points today, how far back in time would you go for love? Juicy, right? When the virality fades. Second one, should your partner know, or is it better that they don't? And the next one is at the black hole of coincidence, right? We're going to talk about some equations. Do you believe in miracles? And also, is your signal working? Right. Now, for the first one, how far back in time would you go for love? Right. Like I said, this is a little bit about the show, but it's not really going to tell the show. If you could go back in time, right, to change something in the previous time of your relationship, right, to fix what you are in right now, how far back would you go? And also, if you have the concept of actually that you need to go back, why not work on it right now? Because a lot of times, like, we want to go back. We want to go back in the past. But we're talking about love today, guys. We're talking about from beyond the stars, right? How far would you go back in time for love? To get the love into the way that it would benefit both of you. We're not selfish people, guys. We don't need to be selfish. Remember, this is a relationship for two people, right? You got to benefit both sides. How far would you go back in time to find the way to make your relationship right now in a beautiful way that it could be a beautiful future with the partner that you love, right? So how far back in time would you go? And what would you do once you got to that situation? What would you say? How would you act, knowing that it could be a very beautiful future with you and your partner? But if you know it can be beautiful, why not work on it right now, right? Why not jump into it? Take action. You don't have to be a rock just sitting here molding over time with air and dust. People, we can change. And remember, no one, guys, listen to this carefully. No one is your property. No one has to stay with you. They can leave when they want to leave. You have to let them, want to stay with you, right? Keep it fresh. Keep it live. Don't just expect things, right? So the reason why I asked this question is that if you're thinking about even going back in time, when I asked the question just a couple seconds ago, right? If you're thinking about going back in time, then that means that you have a solution on how to fix it already. I intentionally created this question. By the way, you're welcome. Now, the second one is when the virality fades. Guys, we were in the world, man. All these Instagrammers and influencers, this is a crazy, crazy, crazy world. Now, in the show, there's someone, who had a time of fame and a moment of being popular. So the question I want to ask you guys is, if you were to become popular, if you were to become famous, what happens when the virality fades? Virality, for the non-English speakers, it means you are viral, you are popular, you are what's happening, right? You are the one. In English, we say you are it. So when the virality fades, what does it do to your conscious and your personality? What does it do to your ego? Do you crash? Do you step back, look at a different angle, and say, what did I do wrong? Or do you just give up? Very simple. When the virality fades, what do you do? This is the question that we have to ask ourselves, because there's always, as I mentioned in a couple shows ago, there are ebbs and flows. There are ebbs and flows of life. But you can't really know. Think about this, guys. Let's think about these ebbs and flows. You can't really know if you're high, if you never go low? How do you know how high you are if you don't know how low you suffered? Right? So think about that, right? When the virality fades, these are some key points about the show that we got to talk about, right? Because if you're not the same person that you were, then who were you? And if you're not the same person that you were before, who are you going to be? Now, in life, we don't lose, right? We win or we learn. You got to take that with you. We don't lose. We win or we learn. So when the virality fades, when the names and the screaming and the pictures stop, and then the invitations to do interviews and all these things and collaborations, when that phone gets quiet, what happens to you? Who are you? And that's the real test. Yeah, a lot of people, it's very beautiful when you're rising and rising and rising, but the real winners are the ones who rise, collapsed down to dust and got back up again and got right back to the top when the virality fades. Now, the next one is that should your partner know, or is it better that they don't? Now, in the show, I don't want to say too much, but in the show, I do my best not to spoil. There's a situation where the other partner was trying to get away, but they were trying to get away because they didn't want this person to see what was going to happen in the future, because this person would be unhappy. Right. Now, the question is, should your partner know, or is it better that they don't know? Now, this goes back to the question of love. Now, if you know, this is a very highly sensitive topic, very sensitive topic. If you know that your situation is not looking good, right? If you know that there's something happening in your body that's unstoppable, if you know that, right? You know it's coming. You've done everything you can. If you know it's happening, should you tell your partner and leave them so they don't suffer in the future? Or should you say nothing? Well, up to you, right? So the question is, should your partner know, or is it better that they don't know? Should you tell them, say, hey, something's coming. I'm very sorry. I didn't expect this. I love you with my full heart, but this is the truth. Or should you just keep going and going and going and going until the last final day? Should they know, or is it better that they don't know? So these are some of the key points that I'm extracting from the actual show. I'm trying not to spoil it, but these are some questions that I want to talk to you about. I want to discuss with you how you feel, right? Should your partner know if there's something coming that is unstoppable, right? That is nothing you can do about it, but it's coming anyway, right? Should you tell your partner? Now, the other one is, it's called the black hole of coincidence. I kind of created this little description called the black hole of coincidence. Now, it's a Drake equation. It says you are 100 times more likely to meet your true love. This is a line from the show, right? This is 100 times more likely to meet the true love than an alien. And don't laugh at me. There's no Men in Black here. No Men in Black. I got a blue shirt. No Men in Black. This is a Drake equation. Putting some science into this. You are 100 times more likely to meet your true love than an alien. Do you believe it? Why is this guy Ray talking about this? This is an interesting concept, because sometimes you know, in the States, we don't have these too much of these convenience stores like we have here in Asia. We got 7-Eleven, Family Mart here in Taiwan. They're everywhere, 24 hours everywhere. It's just amazingly convenient. Sometimes it's so convenient you just want to scream. But maybe you just went to the 7-Eleven to buy some chips that you weren't supposed to buy because you're on a diet, and you just bought them anyway. And then this amazing, like, beautiful girl or handsome guy just comes around the counter, and you're just like, wow, like, what's this? My soulmate, right? You just randomly ran into this person. And that's the coincidence of love, right? Sometimes you meet someone in the most random location. And I mentioned in a couple episodes, sometimes it's the weirdest situation where you meet your true love. And remember, it's pure. Sometimes the weird and ugly situations is where it's real, right? So it says here, 100 times more likely to meet your true love than an alien. And so think about the times where you, now guys, let's be honest, or girls out there. Just because you see a handsome guy or beautiful girl doesn't mean that they belong to you, They could just be handsome guy walking around or beautiful girl. That doesn't mean that they're the one, right? But if you go into this location or wherever you are, you could be getting on the bus. You could have dropped your umbrella and the girl is right there, or the guy is there when you open the door and hit him in the face with the door, and you lock eyes, right? You're looking at each other. It's hot. It's getting hot in here in LA, whatever the song, and just okay. Boy, the eyes are locking a little bit longer than normal. Let's give it a time. Let's say a 3-4 second eye lock, right? And that's interesting because, we meet these special people that could be in our life or could not be in our life. It could literally just be that moment and you'll never see that person forever. But I do believe in coincidences. I do believe that you just randomly sometimes will see someone, and maybe this person is like literally, a student, not a student, but it could be, like one of your classmates, right? It could be one of your classmates and you just literally been 2-3 years with this same classmate, but then this one day, one Saturday on sports day, I super missed sports day when I was younger, and like you just lock eyes, but this been your classmate for 3-4 years, right? So sometimes coincidences are beautiful things. And I think that some people are forcing themselves. They're going to like these nightclubs and these things and these bars to find people. I wanna meet my special person in a cafe, on the other side of the cafe, in a random eye lock, right? Or I want to be on a U-bike and we just end up at the same red light. I like this type of spontaneity, but when it's like you're going to a place specifically to like get drinks to be honest, I prefer to meet someone who's not under alcoholic influence. I like it to be natural, I like it to be organic, but I do believe in the coincidences. And in the comment section, I hope you guys can also say, how you feel, whatever, how you think about that. But the black hole of coincidence, sometimes that's where the beauty is. Now, the next one, it says, do you believe in miracles? Because in the show, right, the show is called the From Beyond the Stars. It's saying, like, do you believe in miracles, right? It says that you're waking up every day is a miracle. Or, you're encountering people is a miracle. Do you believe in I totally believe in miracles. Sometimes you might, like it's kind of connected to the last point, but if you don't believe in miracles, then you just don't have faith. And this faith is not necessarily connected to any religion. Miracles don't have to be connected to religion. They don't have to be. But I believe in miracles. I believe they're coming. I believe they're on the way. I'm trying not to pray about it because miracles are supposed to be natural, but I personally believe in miracles. I'm trying not to say too much about the show, but there's a lot of connection that once you listen to this podcast and go back, you be like, okay, I know what he's talking about right now. And, Ray, you did a good job not spoiling the show, but I still know what you're talking about. And the thing is that it says, do you believe waking up, guys, seriously, we got to be grateful. If you are if you have the ability to turn on your phone and look at it and scroll, that means you have electricity, right? You charged your phone. That means you have internet, right? That means you can pay the bill, right? That means you have the technical, mental, ability to create an Instagram account, right? Or YouTube. You are blessed. You are grateful. You're not waking up to like, bombs and stuff like that and terrible. Guys, let's celebrate the small wins. Small wins. You turn on that water in that restroom, you're winning. You are winning. You turn on the lights, you're winning. Trust me. Let's not compare ourselves to Jeff Bezos, right? And Mr. Gates. Let's celebrate the small wins. We have enough money to get to the bus, take the MRT, get to work, and generate income, right? Miracles do happen even when you don't see them. Sometimes they're huge miracles. Sometimes they cause little ripples, right? We got to believe in both. Now, is your signal working? You're probably like, let me check my phone. My signal has no problem. Guys, it's not going to be that simple. I'm not talking about your phone signal. Are you receiving the messages from the universe? Because if the messages are coming from the universe and your signal is not working, something's wrong. And I'm not really into the religion, but I do believe into the stars in the universe because it's literally there. I see it, right? What if the universe is trying to send you a message, but your signal is broken? you probably were looking like, why is he talking about phone signal? I got 4G, I got 5G, I got 6G over here in my mind. My signal is on blast because I believe in all the messages from the universe. Seriously, when the universe is sending you a message, make sure you paid your bill. Because if you don't have no internet reception, you are done. Guys, when I say guys, listen very closely. When I say, is your signal working? I am not talking about your phone. Do you have the reception working to receive the messages from the universe? The universe is sending you messages every day, every second. Let's scratch that. Every millisecond, they are sending you messages. Are you receiving them? Is your signal working? And it's connected to the show. I'm not going to spoil it, but is your signal working? Right? These messages from the universe, they are coming fast. And if your signal is not working, you won't receive them because you didn't pay your bill. Now, go back. How far back in time would you go for love? When the virality fades, should your partner know, or is it better they don't? I say you're thinking about that one. The black hole of coincidence, the Drake equation. We're not talking about Drake, great artist, but we're not talking about Drake. We're talking about the Drake equation. Wake up. Do you believe in miracles? And is your signal working? We got to talk about that last one. The universe, guys, let me repeat. The universe is sending you messages. Turn it on. Turn that thing on. Get those messages. Okay, and so guys, this is Lights, Camera, Whatever. And when we jump into the whatever, we are going to discuss whatever you need to be hearing. That's why it's called Lights, Camera, not action. It's called Lights, Camera, Whatever. Thank you guys for watching and listening.